I mean, I just wonder, when you see that, and you tell Bose she can go the off if she thinks I'm going to show her the text.
Yes,
can you just wrap your head around how up that is?
First of all, let me back up a little bit. That text to PK was not a random text on a Wednesday. By the way, I'm thinking about you. It was because this announcement of separation happened.
We already went over this,
I'm
Kyle.
going to say it again. This is my turn to talk. So you kept saying to me, why didn't you, tell me that you had texted PK? You and I weren't speaking. And then I did text you, and you never responded to it. I saw your announcement for your separation. I texted both of you, period. It was going around and around like this text was a random text out of nowhere. It was only because of the separation.
It was not.
Other than that, we really don't communicate like that. You know that. I did not blindside her with, at the right opportune moment about stuff with PK. I mean, PK tells me a lot of stuff.
I'm talking about Chuck E. Cheese, and I'm talking about you reading the text, just so you know.
I know, and I'm talking about...
Let me ask you this. After Chuck E. Cheese, she did wind up reading you the text, right?
Well, she ended up, if you saw at Bose's wellness party,
reading it to the
she did not want to.
Right.
Bose said, please.
Right.
And she did, and stormed off.
Let me get into some questions. I asked on Watch What Happens Live, I asked the viewers to vote in a poll whether they felt that the text to PK was inappropriate. You say absolutely, and the audience says yes, absolutely.
Of course they think.
What do you think they said?
Of course they would say that.
75%.
I totally think.
You understand that?
Absolutely, I do.
Okay.
Yes.
Anyone here, Team Kyle, in terms of the text that you heard being just fine?
I don't think it was what everybody thought it was. I took what it said as not talking about Dorit, but talking about this show.
Exactly.
That's how I completely read it.
And I may be in this environment.
Nobody thought it was insidious.
No, it doesn't.
No,
not after all these years.
We're having an affair. But
no, we never said that.
Nobody ever said that.
Nobody
You
ever.
have to remember that this announcement was made.
I've never said anything you said makes it feel like it's something else.
I think the thing that is sticking is that you said, whether it's about production or it's about whatever else, that there are secrets. That's what it sounded like.
How would you feel if you saw a text from Dorit to Mo saying that he can trust her because she's never repeated anything he told her and won't?
And not tell you.
How would you?
No, I understand.
How would you? Would you be?
I understand that would bother me.
It would.
Yeah, I think that
Okay.
Because I know I would think the same thing. I'm just telling you my intention wasn't bad.
But Kyle, you can still be, you can still abide by girl code or
okay,
still
where was your girl code when you read my text for millions of people to see? I'm sorry, but that's already breaking girl code. That's breaking friend code. That's breaking
Don't you
human
understand?
decency
At this
code.
point,
So
we were not friends in my mind.
Coming up, have you texted with PK since?
Yes.
Oh my God. You can still abide by girl code or
okay,
still
where was your girl code when you read my text for millions of people to see? I'm sorry, but that's already breaking girl code. That's breaking friend code. That's breaking
Don't you
human
understand?
decency
At this
code.
point,
So
we were not
expect
friends
from
in
me?
my mind.
Okay.
Yes,
There was a
exactly.
friendship. You already went out publicly
So
and
if you're
said,
not my
I
friend,
exaggerated
why did I
our
have to call and go, by the way, I know we're not speaking,
Wait a minute.
but I sent your husband and you both a text. I felt like every time I came to the group, it was coming at me, and it was, I had it. These two, who don't even like you, are saying, I can't believe it. And then she's saying, put your phone down, let me look at that. And then you're saying, Kyle, I want... And it was everyone coming like this.
I said block him.
And I was
Let's just be clear. I said block him.
I'm not
Kyle,
doing that.
your reaction was so over the top.
It was.
It was so... What I expect you to say is, yeah, actually, I sent him a message when you guys separated. That would be the response I would expect. Do you understand?
I wish I had said it like that.
But you didn't. You flipped out.
I am a girl's girl. I come from a family of all women. I have all daughters. I've always been a girl's girl. And does that feel like a girl's girl texting the ex-husband? Of course it does not. Or the separated husband you're separated from. Of course it does not.
You are my friend. And if we are as close as you suggest, it depends on the day, but if we are that close, you don't do that, Kyle.
I understand that.
But you're not even friends with him like you are to me. But yet,
listen,
you're in your confessional saying, PK's better friend to me than Dorit has.
Are you kidding me, Dorit? And honestly, if I'm going to be really honest, PK's been a better friend to me than she has lately. Well, he checked on me when, you know, we were separated and he knew I was struggling and you and I weren't speaking. That's
and that
why I
makes
said
him
that.
a better friend?